Chapter 1328. Watson Lane watched Alex drink up the tea, and hurriedly refilled him respectfully, and asked diligently, "Master Anderson, I don't know, are you satisfied with this tea?" Alex nodded and smiled, and said, "Yes, Watson, you should have learned this posture specifically. I didn't expect that a person of your personality would be able to bear the temper to study tea ceremony." The former Watson Lane was a rich second generation who didn't understand. Not only don't understand the shit, but also like to be arty, buy some shit stuff in the antique street all day long, and take it as a baby no matter what garbage. Even when he came to Oris Hill to participate in the auction, he slid and slapped Gary Depp against him. Unexpectedly, this kid hasn't seen him for a while, his personality has really changed a lot, and he has become more sensible. Watson Lane heard Alex praise himself, and hurriedly explained with a blushing face, "Master Anderson, I used to be young and ignorant. I offended you. Please don't take it to your heart. My second uncle kept letting me be here. I honestly reflect on the family and let me learn the tea ceremony and cultivate my sentiment. Now I am not as impetuous as before." Alex nodded and said, "Yes, people, one is afraid of irritability and second is afraid of drifting. If you can calm down and reflect on yourself, it proves that it is not as hopeless as before." Mr. Lane smiled and said, "I told this kid a long time ago that if he doesn't change his character to me and twists it around, then his dad and I will lock him in Lane's house for 10 years. I won't let him out for 10 years, so that he won't let him out to cause trouble for the Lane family. Fortunately, this kid is still a little conscious and can know how to return when he gets lost." While she was talking, Daisy ran and jumped into the car, saw her father and younger brother drinking tea with Master Anderson, and said with a smile, "Master Anderson, father, younger brother, you have been waiting for a long time, let's hurry up." Mr. Lane pointed to Daisy and smiled and said to Alex, "Look, Master Anderson, when you are in front of this little girl, even my own father has to go back." Daisy said embarrassedly, "Oh, Dad, how can it be? People respect Master Anderson, and Master Anderson is our distinguished guest. I should first greet Master Anderson." Mr. Lane smiled and said, "Look at you, I just stated, and there is no other opinion. What are you nervous about?" Daisy muttered, "How can I be nervous? Dad, you will talk nonsense." Mr. Lane smiled with satisfaction, "Oh, well, Dad is talking nonsense. Come, sit down next to Master Anderson, let the driver drive, let's go home for dinner." Daisy hurriedly blushed, and sat down next to Alex. At this time, the driver started the RV and drove slowly away from the stadium parking lot. The Lanes Villa is not in the city center, but in the outskirts of Serenity Villa, next to the Oris Hill Reservoir. Oris Hill Reservoir is a large lake on the outskirts of Oris Hill, and it is also the main source of water for the entire Oris Hill. Villa is built on the edge of Oris Hill Reservoir. It can be said that Oris Hill Reservoir is regarded as a super large artificial lake in its own community, so the environment is quite good, which is by no means comparable to the villa area in the city. The Lane family's villa here has been owned for many years, and Mr. Lane had a vision at the beginning. When the city hadn't issued a document management to restrict the renovation and reconstruction of the villa area, he bought 2 villas directly, and then transferred the 2 villas and merged them together. Moreover, his 2 villas are close to the lake, and when you open the door every day, there are clear artificial reservoirs and the green environment of birds and flowers. It is really a great pleasure. The courtyard of the Lanes Villa is huge, even this kind of 7 and 8 RV can get parked without any problems. After the car stopped in the yard, Daisy hurriedly said to Alex, "Master Anderson, I will take you to the small pier by the lake. I have a speedboat, just to take you for a ride in the lake."